Excellent. And we will start out this morning in a comfortable seat as usual. And go ahead and begin your grounding process of noticing the sights, the smells, the sounds that are around you today for your practice. Very nice. The light is bright right now. We were just talking about the weather changing. We just got a little bit of sunlight here. It's beautiful for practice this morning. Very nice. And we'll do our little grounding technique. Let's take our fingertips and up to the top energy line on the head, just 5 or 6 little taps up there on the top of the head. And then using one finger on the temple, give yourself a couple of little taps. Maybe using all the fingers a little bit stronger on the masseter, on the side of the face. It's a big, strong muscle there. And then using that first knuckle right between the nose and the upper lip, a couple of bumps there. And then moving below the lower lip, above the chin, and your little crook right there. And tap down the side of the neck real quick here. Some gentle taps on the sternum at your heart center. And then let's go into our side body. Bring your elbows out to the side, thumbs into the middle. Just let them fall in. Fall into that nice, soft side body there. And then gently pounding out the legs, maybe the feet if you can get to them. Excellent. And coming to rest, let's just slow our breath down. And you can close your eyes or just allow your eyes to go out of focus here. And begin to activate our vagus nerve, that healing nerve in our body. And any pattern of slowing your breath down works. We've often used inhale for 4, retain for 2, and exhale for 6. And you can kind of explore today a different pattern. We're actually going to do slow breathing for just a couple of minutes to get us started. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit while you slow down the breathing and activate that vagus nerve. As we move through practice today, one of the things to keep in mind is our breath and the energy that we're moving with our breath. So I'll remind you of where we're moving that energy. Remember, we have our Sushumna energy channel right down the center of the spine. So as you breathe, actually imagine energy traveling up and down the spine. And the Ida and Pingala, which curl beside your Sushumna, creating our 7 chakras that we're most used to here in the Western world, right, Rosie? And just continue that slow breathing, remembering that the vagus nerve connects your brain to most of the organs in our abdomen, our heart, our lungs. Nice. And now we'll begin our Nadi Shodhana practice, or our alternate breathing practice. So let's use Vishnu Mudra with the right hand. You can use Gyan Mudra with the left hand and allow that hand to rest on your left thigh. And let's inhale for a count of 4. Close the thumb. Exhale for a count of 8. Inhale for 4. Close the finger, open the thumb. Exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Close the thumb, open the finger, exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Close the finger, open the thumb, exhale for 8. Inhale for 4. Close the thumb, open the finger, exhale for 8. Release the hand, inhale through the left nostril for 4. Bring your awareness to the right nostril, exhale for 8. Keeping awareness on the right nostril, inhale for 4. Move the awareness to the left, exhale for 8. And release the breath. Gently blink your eyes or bring yourself into focus here. And let's begin to move our bodies. Let's drop the chin to the chest. And on an inhale, roll the right ear to the right shoulder. Exhale back down to middle. Inhale, left ear to left shoulder. And a couple more here, just at your own breath. Really feeling the back and the sides of the neck here. Making some space. And then, excuse me, coming back to a neutral position, gently look over the right shoulder and consciously think about these muscles on the left side of the neck, getting a nice elongation here. And on your next exhale, gently look over the left shoulder and really bring your awareness to the right side of the neck right now. Great, coming back to front. Let's reach our arms out to the side all the way and then flip the palms all the way up, thumbs pointed back and the other way. Keeping our arms long and straight, we're really moving from our shoulder joint here, trying to use as much of that range of motion as we can. Very good. Let's bring the arms into a cactus and bring the right under the left. Crossing the arms all the way around till the palms come together or the back of the hands come together. Gently lift your elbows and hands. Feel a nice feeling right across the top of the shoulders as you lengthen those muscles. And let's straighten our arms out front and flip the hands over, clasp the palms. And carefully, let's floss the forearms here. This gives our radius bone a chance to actually move around the ulna here, keeping it nice and flexible. Not flexible, but movable, let's say. Very good. Let's stretch our arms back out to the side. Cactus arms now. Let's do the left under the right. All the way for our eagle arms. When you inhale here, really think about like inhaling into the shoulder blades. Feel that back. One more big breath here. And reach the arms out front. And let's flip the hands over, clasp the palms, and rotating those forearm bones on the opposite side here. Noting that it might be different because we are not symmetrical. Very good. Excellent. Let's shake that out. Okay, nice little twist here. Let's take the left hand to the right thigh, right hand to the floor at the base of the spine. And as you inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist and look over the right shoulder, keeping the chin parallel to the floor. And take a couple or 3 big breaths here. And on your next exhale, come all the way around, right hand to left thigh, left hand to the floor at the base of the spine. And inhaling, make a lot of space in your spine. Exhale, twist and look over the left shoulder, keeping the chin parallel. Nice. On the next exhale, let's come back to the front. Let's plant our right hand out to the side and left arm rises, making that nice line of energy from the left hip, still attached, all the way out the fingers. You can bring the arm closer to the head. And one more big breath here. On the exhale, let's move to the opposite side. Plant the left hand, right arm rises. Really feeling that energy move through the side here. You can bring the arm closer to the ear if it feels good. And on the next exhale, come all the way up to a seat. Okay, let's just finish up our shoulders with some nice shoulder rolls. And we can go in the opposite direction. Excellent. All right, I'm going to come off my block here as we get a little bit deeper into some hips to get us started. Let's bring the bottom of our feet together, the soles of the feet together for Baddha Konasana. The knees just fall out to the side. You can use your hands just as extra weight. Don't even have to push. You can flap them like butterfly wings, or you can just sit and let gravity do its work for just a moment here. Okay, let's take our feet and move them out just a little bit further, making a diamond shape with your legs. And inhale and lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, fold forward over the legs. A little bit, we'll feel this in the back, in our hips here. You've got control over how intense this stretch is for yourself, and multiple arm variations. And on the next exhale, let's walk ourselves back up to a seat. Bring your feet back in just for a comfortable seat, whatever that is for you. And let's take our hands, plant them behind you on the floor, maybe a hand's length away from the hips, and then roll the shoulders on the back, pushing the heart forward, look up, and you can allow your head to fall back as much as is comfortable. Really opening up the front of the heart here, the front of the chest. Take another inhale as you lengthen through the spine, and on the exhale, come back forward, bringing the chin to the chest. Very nice. Okay, let's come to our tabletop position. Let's use a blanket, using a blanket for under the knees for comfort. Hands on the floor right under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and we'll move through cat and cow here. So inhale, the head, the tail and the crown rise, the heart comes through the arms, and then exhale, round the back, tail and crown point down. Really making a lot of space in the spine in the forward and the back areas here with your breath. Just keep moving at your own pace. All right, and then coming to stillness, let's go side to side. So look over the right shoulder and curl your right side in, looking at the right hip, making space on the left side of the spine. Exhale back through the front. And let's take a big inhale, looking over the left side, making a lot of space right now on the right side of the spine. And you can just move back and forth with that at your own breath. And then coming back to neutral. And make sure you've got a nice sturdy tabletop position here. And let's begin with our balancing stick by bringing our right leg out behind us. The foot can be flexed. Energy is running out that heel straight behind you. Left arm rises, bicep by the ear for your balancing stick. Take some nice breaths here. If you like, bend the back leg. Reach back with the hand, kick the hand into the foot, opening up the shoulder. Gently release. Let's bring that right foot back down to the floor. And back to our tabletop, move to the opposite side. Let's bring our left foot out behind us. You can flex the foot and really use your quads, opening up the back side of the leg. Right arm rises. And if you like the shoulder opener, reach back, grab the foot, kick the foot into the hand. Gently release the foot and the hand back to the floor. And let's bring our knees as wide as our blanket or mat. Bring your big toes together. Press the hips back to the heels and let your belly and your chest lay down on the floor for a child's pose. The chin or the forehead can come to the floor. The hands can reach out ahead of you and help you press your hips back to your heels. Gently come back to your tabletop position. Walk your hands to the top of the mat. Let's curl our toes under and lift our hips for down dog. We'd like to have a nice lengthened back here. And on your next inhale, look forward between the hands and gently walk yourself forward to a forward fold. Bring the hands to the hips, and on an inhale, rise to standing, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, hands down to the heart center. Very nice. Let's inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, folding. Bend the knees as necessary. The belly, the thigh, or the belly's laying on the thighs. Inhale halfway up with a flat back. Engage the quads and lengthen the hamstrings. Exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to the hips. Rise all the way. Arms come up overhead. A little extension in the back here. Exhale the hands to the heart center. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, folding. Inhale, halfway up with a flat back. Lengthen the backs of the legs. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, hands to hips, rise up. Arms come up overhead. Little extension in the back. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Okay, let's move on. Let's inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, folding. Inhale, rise halfway. Lengthen the backs of the legs. Exhale, hands come by the feet. Let's step back with the right foot. Right knee comes down for low lunge. Coming to your blocks if you like them here. Let's engage the right quad, the right glute to open up the front of the right hip. Nice. Let's bring a little bit of movement. On an exhale, pull your hips back. Flex the left foot and engage your left quads to lengthen the back of the left leg. And then inhale, coming back forward into that low lunge. Re-engage the right glutes to open up the front of the left hip. Exhale, hips pull back, working on the back of the left leg. Inhale forward, working on opening the right hip. At your own breath here, a few more. And let's all come to a collective half split here. We'll just take a couple of breaths here. On the next inhale, back forward to a forward lunge. Hands come back down to the floor. Exhaling, step forward to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway up with a flat back. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise all the way. A little extension in the back. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, folding. Inhale, halfway up with the flat back. Exhale, hands come by the feet, step back with the left foot. Left knee comes down. Set yourself up for your low lunge. When you're ready, engage that left glute to open the front of the left hip. Couple of breaths here. And now with some movement, let's exhale. Hips come back. Now we're working on the back side of the right leg. Inhale forward, engage your left glutes. Exhale back. So those right quads, flex that right foot. Inhale forward. Okay, a couple more. At your own pace here. And then let's meet up for a moment here in the half split for that right leg. And on your next inhale, coming forward, hands come off your blocks, back down by the feet. And on the exhale, step forward for a forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands down to the heart center. Excellent. I'm going to move the blanket so we can do our tree pose. today. So if you're on the carpet, I would come off of your mat. But maybe even if you have a hard floor, you might try it without the mat if you have any balancing problems. Here we go. Let's bring all of our weight into the right foot. Left leg rises. The bottom of the left foot is going to press into the right leg. Going to press the two together. Hands into Anjali Mudra at the heart center. Beautiful. We're just going to work on just some static balance here. Great job. On the next inhale, let's just hug our knee in. Hug that knee in. Really strengthen that right leg into the floor. And let's go ahead and shake it out. Okay. All of our weight comes into the left leg now. Right leg, the bottom of the right foot comes to the left leg. Press the two together. Hands to the heart center. Anjali Mudra. Just going to hold it in stillness today. Just really imagining those roots growing into the earth right out of your left foot. Awesome. On an inhale, bring that knee in and hug it. Hug it in. And then we'll let that knee come back down to the floor. All right, very good. Let's come back down to the floor. We're going to work on our bridge, so feel free to take a few rolls up and down the mat or just come to it lying on your back. Very nice. Okay, lying on the back, bottom of the feet on the floor, knees pointing up. Let's put our palms down by our hips. Press the shoulders into the floor and come into your bridge pose, pressing into the feet, lift the hips. And you can just bend the arms at the elbows if you would like, or clasp the hands underneath you. Walk your shoulders underneath you and engage those glutes to open up the front side of the body. Using our thighs and our glutes. And release back down to the floor. Walk your feet out to the edge of the mat, and let's put our arms out to the side in cactus or a T, and let the knees fall to the left. Look over the right shoulder. And we'll just do this windshield wiper. Let the knees come up and over to the right. Look over the left shoulder. Maybe a couple more. If it feels good here. Okay, let's set our feet back up for one more bridge today. Hands by the hips. Fingers can barely touch the heels. And when you're ready, press into the feet and lift the hips. Maybe try a different arm position this time than last time. Think about keeping your knees coming together. And you can release back down to the floor. Walk the feet out, maybe close to the edge of the mats. Let the knees fall in together. And then put one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. Pay attention to your exhale here. All right, set up for our shoulder stand. Let's bring our hands back down by our sides, kind of set up the same as for bridge to get started. And then let's roll our knees into our chest and grab the low back with the hands. And then work your way up, lots of adjustments, keeping the weight on the shoulders and the upper arms. If you like plow pose, you can bring the feet overhead. If the toes touch, you can clasp the hands and press the hands into the floor. And when you're done, gently unwind back to the floor, bringing your back down to the floor. And let's hug our knees in. Maybe roll back and forth just a little bit here. Massaging those long erector muscles that go alongside our spine. And then reach in between the legs and grab the big toes with the peace fingers and come into happy baby, pulling the knees down to the armpits and the feet up over the head. All the while pressing the sacrum and the shoulders into your mat. Maybe in happy baby, you'd also like to rock back and forth a little bit. Then we can hug our knees in. And let's place the bottom of the feet back on the floor. Lift your hips up and move them over to the right a couple of inches. And then bring your knees back into the chest. Allow the knees to fall over to the left. And look over your right shoulder, straightening the right arm out or using a cactus arm. For a supine twist, you can take your left hand and just set it on the right thigh. It'll just help with a little bit of extra pull there. On your next inhale, pull your knees back into your chest. And let's put the bottom of our feet back on the floor. Lift the hips over to the right this time. And to the left. And then bring the knees back into the chest. We're going to allow the knees to fall to the right. And we'll look over our left shoulder. You can straighten the left arm out or make a cactus arm. And this time you can take your right hand and just place it on the left thigh, kind of hook it on your left thigh. And you can hug your knees back into your chest and roll back onto your back. Put the bottom of the feet on the mat. Fix your hips so that you're straight. As we prepare for our final relaxation, you are welcome to use Shavasana. Straighten the legs out, straighten the arms out, palms up. Allow the feet to fall to the side. Or if you prefer, come to Sukhasana, which is just an easy seat, whatever that is for you. We've got time for a extended Shavasana today, about 5 minutes of meditation. So we will begin that now. And when it's done, I'll ring a bell for you. I invite you just to, you've done all the work today. We did a strong work class with our bodies. I invite you to enjoy a few minutes in peace and quiet and allow your body to assimilate everything that we've done. Gently begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes and stretch your right side. Stretch the left side. And if you're lying on the floor, roll onto your right side into the fetal position for a moment. Then use your left hand and press yourself up to a seat when you're ready. Excellent practice. Let's bring our hands to our heart center. Bow your head to yourself. Great job for coming to the mat and meeting me here. Namaste. Thanks for practicing with me.
Namaste.
Great practice today. I look forward to seeing everybody next week. Yes. And Deborah in person soon. Yay! You don't touch the screen, honey. Still.